They called him the Sultan of Symmetry for a reason. Not because he was the biggest, not because he was the loudest, but because when Flex Wheeler stepped on stage, bodybuilding stopped being about size and became about art. Flex didn't just build muscle, he sculpted it. Every line, every curve, every pose looked like it was carved from marble. And that didn't happen by accident. Yes, Flex had unreal genetics. Everyone knows that. But here's the truth most people ignore. Genetics don't train themselves. Flex still had to wake up every day and earn that physique. He still had to push through pain, fatigue, doubt, and expectation. When people expected perfection, he had to deliver again and again. Talent opens the door. Discipline keeps you inside the room. Flex Wheeler didn't train like a caveman chasing numbers. He trained with precision. Every rep had a purpose. Every contraction was controlled. Every movement was about feeling the muscle, not just moving the weight. He understood something most lifters never learn. Muscle isn't built by weight alone. It's built by connection. Mind to muscle. Control over chaos. Quality over ego. Flex battled injuries. He battled health issues. He battled moments where quitting would have made sense.
Let's put it straight. In 95, you were coming off of a broken neck. You were on your deathbed in 94.
I was exhausted because my diet was just a liquid diet because I couldn't handle food yet from the car accident.
But champions don't ask, is this fair? They ask, what do I do next? Pain doesn't care how gifted you are. The bar doesn't care about your excuses. The mirror doesn't lie. And Flex showed up anyway. Flex Wheeler chased perfection, knowing full well he'd never fully catch it. That's the mindset. Not chasing a trophy, not chasing validation, chasing the best version of yourself, even when no one's watching. That's why his physique is still talked about today. That's why lifters still study his photos. That's why his name still carries weight. Because true greatness leaves a shadow that never fades. So when you're in the gym, when the pump fades, when the set burns, when the voice in your head says, that's enough, remember Flex Wheeler. Remember that beauty is built through brutality. That symmetry comes from sacrifice. That excellence is chosen, rep by rep. Train with intent. Move with control. Chase perfection, even if it breaks you. Because in the end, legends aren't built by how much they lift. They're built by how perfectly they refuse to quit.
You couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe the shape. The physique on that guy was unreal.
I felt that Flex was potentially my biggest competition.
But that was the most perfect physique I'd ever seen up close in my life.
Yeah, I got Flex ahead of me. Flex had better shape. I think Flex had better shape than me.
I think I need overall fullness and thickness everywhere. I need to bring up my calves. I need a wider back. I need a more broader chest. And from there on, to give myself a more front lateral V taper. And then after that, just add density all over the place until, you know, I've reached true perfection.
Yeah, I told Flex, I think you got this, man. And I thought Flex was going to win. I think a lot of other people thought that Flex Wheeler was next in line to be Mr. Olympia. How good could he have ever gotten?
I give Flex a lot of credit for my success. I said, man, if you want to work with the big dogs, you got to do what the big dog's doing.
I feel that once I can compete right around 245, that I'd be untouchable to anyone, period.
In the second place, Flex Wheeler.
Now, whether I can get to that perfection or not, I am not aware. But if I do, I feel that no one can touch me. It's no way in the world.